Hello everyone, it's Joe again here. It's been a little while. I've missed up 2, 3, maybe 4 of the past galas that I normally do these videos on because, long story short, I had some PC troubles. I've been having some PC troubles for the past couple of months, but it eventually got to a point where my PC was basically unusable, so I had to fast track building a new one, which I now have. Hopefully everything should be Gucci. So I'm just going to do this as normal. Afterwards, I will very quickly go over like the characters that I missed, but obviously it's going to be very quick. Like, obviously it won't be first impressions. Those characters have been out for a little while now. Opinions have mostly settled on those characters, so I'll just kind of quickly go over. And then I will show you the results of 2 sparks that I did during the course of the roulette period, which unfortunately I wasn't able to record, but I will quickly go over those as well. But first, we have new characters to look at. Oh, okay, Cupitan. I didn't expect to see her so soon, to be honest. We didn't get her during the Marionette Stars event, so I figured we probably weren't going to see her until maybe at least the next in that series of events, but I guess not. Here she is. She's water. Wouldn't have pegged her as a water character, but okay. And then we have one more character down here, which is small Yggdrasil. Okay. Here's wind? Okay, interesting. That's a bit weird. Let's take a quick look at these weapons as we do. Cupitan's weapons is a water harp. Boost the crit on Ogi. Big crit, small attack. I don't know if that would... don't know if that would be... I can't remember what the actual skills on the other crit weapons are. Like, I think Europa Spear is crit and stamina, I think. And I don't remember what Tai Saibo is. It's crit and something else, but I don't remember. It might be a medium or a big attack, so probably not going to see much use when Tai Saibos exist. Yggdrasil's Wind Staff, Revitalize effect on all allies on Ogi. Big boost of Wind allies healing cap. Medium attack max HP. That could maybe see some use if you're just wanting to do like super tanky, like Zephyrus means. Like Zephyrus generally has quite a lot of HP because of, I think, what Grimnir spears give HP. Like, so you can attack plus HP plus, healing skills, so this could be good as well, depending if you're wanting to use like a sustain. If you just want to go for like maximum sustain in Primal Wind, maybe this could see use, I don't know. Anyway, let's take a quick look at these characters. Cupitan in water. Her Ogi is a massive water damage to foe and aspect trajections cooldown, which is our skill 1. 7-hit water damage to a foe, bonus effects based on Prism Arrow. So we have, okay, Glaciate. So I haven't done a video on Grand Lancelot. We will be looking at him very kind of shortly after these. But already, she seems like she might pair well with Grand Lancelot. And we have Accuracy, Petrify, and Special Attack. Okay, skill 2. Another 7-hit water damage to foe, drain 1 charge damage, and boost caster's charge bar. Skill 3, and cooldown for other skills. Can use each damage skill up to 1 extra time this turn. Okay, so she is just straight up skill damage in water. Okay. Her support skills gain 2 random prison arrows upon using buff skills or charge attack. Boost the skill damage cap based on the type of prism arrows. Interesting. Supplement all water ally skill damage. Okay, she seems pretty good. If you want to do skill damage stuff in water, she seems pretty good. I mean, although saying that, like, she doesn't really need Lancelot, like, honestly, like, if you're purely going for skill damage, you'd probably want to actually use her over Lancelot. I don't know if you'd actually want to use them both in the same team at once. Like, because Lancelot's Lancelot kind of needs this to make use of his passive. But you could just forego this, not use Lancelot at all, and just have a fuck ton of skill. Like, if you know, if maybe use his weapon in your Varuna grid if you want to get that extra, to get that tempering skill. But otherwise, like, she seems pretty good. Asterisk if you're wanting to do skill damage stuff. Like, if you're not bothered about skill damage in water, then she's not going to do a whole lot for you. Like, that's basically all she is just, she gets some debuffs here, but apart from that, she is basically just pure skill damage. Even gives supplemental to everyone else's skill damage as well, so yeah. Cool. Like, nothing like super complicated or like crazy, just straight up, yo, you want some skill damage in water? Then here you go. That's it. Alright, let's look at small Yugu. I'm going to assume that this is some sort of like Rage of Bahamut alt that they've ported over into GBF. Because that game, there's so much weird like character alts and art and stuff in that game that I have to assume that this is where this has come from, and not just some, they just decided, oh, let's make a baby Yggdrasil for some reason. So I'm assuming where that comes from. She's Wind now, which, I mean, like, sure, thematically, sure, you know, like, she's a plant girl, she's a tree. That kind of thematically fits with Wind, but she's always been Earth, so it's kind of weird to see her not being Earth. But anyway, her Ogi, massive wind damage to foe, Typhoon Crest, okay, so she's a Crest character. And activate Terra Therapia. Sprouting of the Great Tree. Sprouting of the Great Tree effect to wind allies, while effect buffs can't be removed, damage reduction and drain effect. Is that all that is? I mean, that's not bad. 5 turns, quite. We'll see, maybe this will go down, but that's quite a lot of downtime. I mean, like, these are nice. But still, skill 2, 30% boost to wind damage, wind allies charge bars. Typhoon Crest, okay. Fairly simple. 8 turn cooldown, that'll probably go down to 7. Restore all allies HP, 2 turn cut to debuff duration when 5 Typhoon Crests are granted, activates twice, okay. Low attack, okay. Less likely to be targeted. At the end of turn if no damage has been taken, restore wind allies HP and 10% boost to charge bars. Boost the wind allies charge bar gain based on their number of Typhoon Crests. Takes effect even when Yggdrasil is a sub-ally. So like, wind crests aren't really much of a thing. Like, honestly, outside of water with like Gran Cagliostro and light with Valentine Aglovale, like, crests in general just aren't that much of a thing in this game at the moment. And like, I feel like unless they like very severely ramp up the introduction of more crest mechanics, like just across the board, like, I feel like they're just kind of gimping every crest character that they put out. Like, so yeah, like, she seems fine for like some sustain and wind, but like, this has like 9 turns downtime, which is quite a lot. I mean, this is a decent skill. I mean, that's it's an okay skill, but also that's 7 probably 7 turns when that goes down to. This is pretty good, actually. Like this is a pretty low cooldown for, I'm going to assume it's probably a modest healing skill. And honestly, the 2 turn cut to debuff durations is pretty nice. And in longer fights, when you do get those 5 Typhoon Crests, it will activate twice, so that will be 4 turn cut to debuffs, as well as double whatever the ceiling is. So like, she's not terrible if you're looking for like a sustain character in wins, but I don't know. I'm not feeling her. I don't think she's going to be super great, but who can say? Maybe someone will slot her in and do some full auto wind Fasan setup or something. I don't know, but I mean, she's very cute and small. There's that. But otherwise, I don't know. So yeah. So now, if you give me a quick second, I am going to go through very quickly the characters that I missed during my time off, if you will. I'm not gonna talk about the co-op characters, the Doraemon ones, because co-op characters are kind of whatever. They're generally not that great. They're fine for new players, but nothing special. So, Christmas Altair is basically Summer Cagliostro, but in fire, which on paper sounds pretty good, except for the fact that there isn't like that makes him a crest character. Like what I was kind of just saying about with Yggdrasil there is like outside of Water Cagliostro and Light Agravale, there's just not that much crest stuff. So like in fire especially, like yeah, he has all of Gran Cagliostro's toolkit, which is very good, but he doesn't really have that element. Doesn't really have the kind of crest support that it needs. Like when you're using a setup with Summer Cagliostro, you can generally get her super mega buff on her 1 up pretty quickly, because water has much more robust sources of crest generation, whereas fire doesn't. So even though he is basically identical kit-wise to Summer Cagliostro, just because of his element, he's not going to be as strong as she is, but that can always change in the future, who can say. Also, Christmas Mahira, KFC, she seems pretty good for like longer hard fights. Once you get that, once you get her special buff on like your entire team, she seems very tailor-made for like the longer, harder fights. And also she is very cute. And she is a candidate for my Anipix pick in March. Okay, next up, Grand Lancelot. He is fine. He's not super amazing. Grand that the water was kind of clamoring for, but he's still pretty good. He gets, that permanent double strike, but limited to double attacks is kind of weird. But then once you've built up that glaciate and you get that ridiculous skill damage proc after every single auto attack, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's nothing. He's not Poseidon tier like the last Water Grand, but he's still pretty good. And plus, his weapon is very good as well. He has tempering, which with the introduction of Cupitan, as we just saw, will be very nice. Earth Satyr. I think I wasn't sure what my reaction was when I first saw her. I was just like, oh, weird sustain character, okay. But then if you've been paying attention to like, people like DJ Salt who've been using her in like full auto Fasan setups and stuff for Earth, she's very good. Like she seems very, very, very good for like hard fights. And then the big three that launched last gala, which was Grand Ferio, is busted. Like, especially if you pair her with Lich. Like, Lich and Ferio is just basically like core dark right now. Like, she is fucking bonkers. And I did get her. Like, I sparked on that banner and got a couple of her weapons actually before I sparked. Ewiar is a meme character. And then Sidala, I'm assuming Sidala, I'm presuming that's a soft C, not Kidala. That would be weird. Sidala, the twins Zodiac, is also pretty good. Just a bonkers Unga Bunga gorilla attacker for Earth, so that's cool. I sparked her, which I will show you in a sec. But yes, so that, like I said, very quickly just going through the new characters, that's that. And now the 2 sparks I did. The first one I did on a 3% banner, which means that you can probably infer that that was the banner with all of the holiday characters on rate up. You can see the results here on screen. Technically, I hit the actual 3% SSR ratio, as you can see, but it still feels not great getting that few SSRs in a spark, because, you know, it's a 3% banner, so whatever. But I sparked Holiday Anemone, and I was super lucky and got Magisa on the last 10 pool, which I was super happy about because I wanted her. So that's cool. And then my second spark, which is this one. So I got a couple of new characters. I got 2 copies of Beelzebub, which was very nice. I got the last gorilla I needed to full limit break him. I got an extra Kaguya uncap. I got a couple of Grant dupes, an AK dupe, Love Eternal, another Ferio weapon if I ever plan to go Hades. I got a couple of Grand Fairy dupes, even though I already had enough to full limit break that with dupes. But then I got a couple of new characters as well, like Fiorito is nice if you have the right setup. Shira and Light Arulu or kind of whatever, but you know, Ferio and Sidao were the main ones, which I got, so I'm happy with that. Unfortunately, I couldn't record the whole thing. Like I said, I had PC issues, but that's going to do it for now. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, everything will be hunky-dory going forward. So until next time, thanks for watching, and peace out.